My name's Mr. Murphy, and here are the 10 best ways you can get maximum marks in your upcoming Geography GCSE exams. Good luck! Number 10. Nailing these multiple choice questions. We've all been here, got a question with 4 answers, we're not sure which it could be. Now the best thing you can do is to narrow that down. So you go from 4 to maybe 2. You get rid of the ones you know it can't be, and then if you are still guessing, it's not a 1 in 4 chance, it's a 1 in 2 chance. You've improved your odds of getting a mark. Number 9. Make sure you bring calculators and show your workings. Now I was very guilty of this when I was younger. I didn't always show my workings. Now you can lose marks from not showing your workings, even if you think you know the answer. If it says leave it to 1 decimal place, leave it to 1 decimal place. You will need a calculator for some of these questions. It's not maths, it is geography, but bring a calculator and always show your workings. It's worth the extra 10, 20 seconds to get that extra mark. Okay? Number 8. Read the question carefully. It's the single most important bit of advice I give to any of my students. You have to read the question carefully. If you don't, you'll answer it wrong. You'll get the wrong case study, you write the wrong thing, you won't explain when it asks to if you describe instead. You will not get the full marks for the question. Doesn't matter if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 9 marker, especially the 9. You have to make sure you're using the right case studies and the right examples, and that all comes from reading the question carefully. Number 7. Use past papers. There's a reason why us teachers always say this is the best way to revise, because it is. You can see what the exam looks like, you can see what questions may look like, you can prepare yourself for different questions. Now some questions are repeated. It won't be the same paper, of course it won't be, but you can see what kind of questions you can expect to face. So go on to AQA, it's free, it's accessible, it takes 10 seconds to get on that website, find past papers, practice answers, and then use the mark schemes to mark. Number 6, take some time for yourself to relax. This is one us teachers don't really get to tell you. We know you have other subjects as well, you have to prioritise those sometimes, especially with the exam timetable. But I'm really an advocate of saying to you, take some time for yourself. Play the PlayStation now and again. Go out and play football, meet friends. It's healthy for you. Do these things. Whatever it may be, take some time, even in the busy exam revision period, take some time for yourself. It will actually benefit you in terms of your revision. Number 5, watch the clock. Now, do not spend every 5 seconds looking up and seeing how long you got left. But it is worth, after every section, just keeping an eye on it and seeing where you're up to. You know, have you got enough time to get to that 9 marker at the end? If you lose out on that, it could be like 9 or 12 marks that you're not getting. So just, get on with it. Don't rush your answers. You've got plenty of time. But it's important that you keep a quick eye on the clock every now and again in the exam. There's many of them in the exam hall, and it's a useful thing to do. Number 4, revise with other people. It's very useful to have someone testing you that isn't your teacher. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do here, to be honest with you. But find a friend, find a group of friends and start testing each other. Use flashcards. Not only if you help other people, not only will it help you out in terms of your revision, it's going to help them out too. And by other people doing this, they're going to help themselves out and they're going to help you out, because it all makes it stick in your head. You're not working against each other necessarily, you're working together. So help each other, test each other, and help each other get the best marks possible. Number 3. Don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it be me, your friends, your teachers. There are things you won't understand. If you don't ask for help, then there's no chance of you understanding them for the exam, and the odds are they're going to come up. So ask for help. Ask for help on structure of 9 markers. Ask for help if there's a key word you don't understand. It's so important for your mark that you make sure that you understand everything that you don't understand before you enter that exam hall. Otherwise, what's the point in doing GCSE at all? Number 2. Don't worry, because worrying is not going to get you any more marks. You're going to be stressed. I was, and you will be. Spoilers. But there's not much point in getting stressed at all. If you do all you can, if you try as hard as you can, and you start revising, hopefully already, then you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I couldn't have done anything more. Worrying is not going to help improve your mark. Worrying is not going to make the exam any easier. So when you get in there, you put your head down and you crack on with it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be alright whatever happens, okay? And number 1, get your sleep. There is no use, it's actually counterproductive to be revising at 11 p.m, midnight, 1 in the morning. If you're revising through the night, it's going to have a detrimental impact for your exam. So you need to make sure you're revising for a few hours a night, having that social time too, like I said, chilling out on the weekends, in between revision. But ultimately, when it comes to the evening, you need to get a good amount of sleep, especially in the exam season, to get the best marks possible.